This is Dr. Fuad Makuk of Austin Eye Center. Today we're going to be talking about eye anatomy. So basically that means how your eye looks and works on the inside and outside. Now understanding how it works will help you understand where your symptoms are coming from and what's going wrong. That helps us to tailor treatment directly towards you and helps you to understand exactly why you need those treatments. So the first portion of the eye that we're going to look at are the extraocular muscles. So these are the muscles which control the movement of the eye, and more importantly, they work together with the extraocular muscles of the other eye to make sure that the eyes are moving together. That's important because that prevents things like double vision. The next part of the eye that we're going to look at is the conjunctiva. So this is sort of like a jelly-like covering over the surface of the eye. When we talk about things like pink eye, this is the layer of the eye that's getting infected or inflamed. Now we're going to shift the eye over a little bit so we can get a better look at the sclera. So the sclera is the white part of the eye, which we've highlighted here in green for you. And this is sort of the surface of the eye. So this lies underneath the conjunctiva and is really what separates the inside of the eye from the outside world. Next, we're going to take a look at the cornea. This is sort of the clear window in the front of the eye. It allows light into the eye and actually bends the light a little bit to help it focus on the retina, which is the back of the eye. Here we also see the lens of the eye. Now as you get older, this will develop into a cataract by becoming cloudy. This too bends light and helps to further focus that light on the retina. Here we also see the iris, which is the colored part of the eye, and the pupil, which is sort of the black hole in the center of the eye. Now this lets us see in the eye and lets you see out of the eye. We're also going to highlight here the ciliary muscle, which helps to bend the lens so that you can focus on things up close. Now this connects to the lens by the zonules, which we're going to highlight for you here. And as you get older, that lens bends less and less, and therefore you need reading glasses. Behind that lens sits the clear vitreous jelly, and that's here we're going to make it green so you can actually see it. Now, this jelly actually connects to your retina in the back of the eye, and this is oftentimes where you'll notice things like floaters sort of floating in this clear jelly. Now, the very back wall of the eye is the retina. So if your eye were a camera, the cornea and the lens would be the lens of that camera, and the retina would be the film of a camera. So it's catching that light and sending the images back to your brain through the optic nerve. So here we can see some arteries and some veins, and anything between this artery and this vein is what we call the macula. So that's sort of the center of your vision, where your best vision comes from. And unfortunately, that's where patients can have macular degeneration or breakdown of the macula. The periphery of the retina is also important. That's where you get your peripheral vision from, and that's often where you'll have retinal tears or retinal detachments present. The final portion of the eye I want to talk about is the optic nerve. So that's what we see here, and the optic nerve is sort of the USB cable of the eye. So if we think of the eye as a camera, it's the USB cable that's taking the images from that camera to our brain, which is the computer. The optic nerve can oftentimes be affected by glaucoma. So with glaucoma, there's a high eye pressure, and that causes nerve damage or thinning of that optic nerve. So that kind of wraps up all the discussion of the eye anatomy. Now, I really hope that this sort of helps you to understand better what your eye looks like and where your symptoms are coming from. As always, if you have any questions, you can call or email me directly.